is Rita, and I'm here to refute the major claim that social media prevents personal connection. The first claim was that social media results in self-masking. The second one is social media blocks intimate relationships. And number 3, that social media hinders our biological ability to connect with others. I would first like to address the social media results in self-masking. So self-masking is the idea that you have a completely different persona online than you would in real life. Well, my claim to that is people lie everywhere, not just on social media. And according to Pamela Rutledge, PhD, the director of Psychology Research Center, research suggests that people are generally more truthful online than they are in person. Fakes get busted and are ostracized, such as your boyfriend cheats on you, you put it on Facebook so that everybody can find out that he's a total cheater loser. Also, people feel safer when they're online and therefore disclose more information about their true selves. People present themselves differently in offline settings as well as in-person settings. You don't act the same at work as you would at a USC tailgate party. That's why we have a saying, when in Rome, do as the Romans. So we'll address number 2. Social media blocks intimate relationships. Social media is an ideal platform for relationship maintenance, according to recent research by Dr. M.K. Ratty. Social media can be understood as social grooming, activities that signal attention, build trust, and create expectations of reciprocal attention. And according to Judith Donath, a Harvard Berkman Fellows Advisory Board member and founder of social media group at MIT Media Lab, social grooming is essential for relationship nurturing through language. Social grooming occurs via interactions between connected users. Donath argues that cost in time, when you're on the internet, is a signal of the resources one is willing to commit to a relationship. According to Zeynep Tafiki, a fellow at the Center for Information Technology Policy at Princeton University and faculty member at Harvard Berkman Center for Internet and Society, operationalized social grooming as the desire to stay in touch with friends. She found that social media users kept in touch with a higher number of people on a weekly basis. Social media acts as a glue for times in between face-to-face interactions and strengthens existing offline relationships. According to a study done by the Australian Psychology Society, 88% of people felt that social media helped them to stay connected with families and friends. 79% helped them to stay in touch with people who live far, and 26% stated that they participated in more social activities when compared to before that they were on any kind of social media site. Romantic relationships also occur online. 1 to 5 romantic relationships occurred in an online setting. Relationships developed online are often based on more substance and less on looks, according to Pamela Rutledge. I'll address number 3. Social media hinders our biological ability to connect with others. It is true that heart-to-brain connection gets better with actual human contact. But social media users aren't replacing human interactions in spite of social media. They're not replacing one with the other. In a Pew Research Center, face-to-face contact is still the most common method of connecting with friends and family. Also, a study done by the Australian Psychology Society found that people still prefer face-to-face interactions. Social media is a connective glue in between face-to-face, not a replacement of. Face-to-face is twice the amount of social media time. So we spend more time in face-to-face than we do on social media. So, 1, social media helps people to maintain relationships. It helps them stay connected and does not replace face-to-face time.
All right, Rita, it's very well structured, clear and easy to follow. It's the vast majority of it is all counterclaims on the individual points. I didn't hear any specific reference to any of the evidence or the reasoning that the advocate used, just to the conclusions that they're making. And most of your response consists of a counterclaim on those particular points. And your counterclaims are all very well supported. So your research, I think, is excellent on these points. And as long as your counterclaim is mutually exclusive with the claim that the advocate is presented, then I think you're in pretty good shape. It wouldn't hurt to also be able to undermine the quality of the argument that the advocate presented to make your issue seem even more convincing. But the explanations that you gave and the justification for those was very good. Like I said, the only problem is that to me it feels a little bit like you are just responding to the issue instead of the argument. You understand what I'm saying? In other words, who is it you're responding to?
Tana.
Okay, so you're responding to Tana's speech, and it's like, I have no idea what evidence Tana presented to support any of these points. There's no contrast of the evidence that she presented to the claim that you're presenting, and so even though you've developed a really good argument for the position that you're taking, how am I supposed to decide between these without your kind of doing a little bit of comparison or criticism of the advocate's point? So that's the weakness of the argument. And so I know I'm probably like most people. Everybody remembers the negative thing. We heard that earlier when we talked about the spanking thing. So probably we focus on the negative thing. There's a lot of stuff in here that's really good. That's what I was saying. There's a whole bunch of stuff that you did an excellent job finding evidence on, good counterclaims on those things. I'm just focusing at the moment on the thing that would have made it stronger, as opposed to saying anything's wrong with what you've got there, because the other stuff I thought was all solid. All right, I'm going to stop there. Get on my social media and tell everybody how well you did.
You will on YouTube.
There you go. Yeah, it's all going to be on YouTube in a little while.